Good day everyone, this is the summary of Human Development Psychology presentation from Group 8. Our beloved instructor is Dr. Nofatihah binti Abdullah Banda. Our group consists of 5 members which collaborated very well throughout the course. They are Rabiatul Adawiyah, Nurzuni Mas Anisha, Ria Mas Malindo, Nur Aimuni, and Elia Shahira. This presentation is divided into 3 parts that includes summary of childhood, adolescence, and adulthood. Each part of the summary is based on 3 aspects of development observed, which are physical development, cognitive development, and psychosocial development. Let us begin with the early childhood.
First is in cognitive development. ERA is able to follow and respond well to the instruction given throughout their activities. When we ask ERA to name some type of vegetable shown with its color, she can recognize almost all of them. However, when she seems like unable to recognize certain thing that is shown, we ask her to repeat what we told her, and fortunately, she can remember well later. ERA also can follow multiply instructions that are given in the activity and acts accordingly as instructed, even though she needs time to adapt with the instruction. ERA seems like still having difficulty to produce sounds correctly and demonstrating appropriate verb usage. ERA is more likely able to explore new material, which is shown when she uses more than one sense to gain information when we conduct the activity. She also able to classify objects according to attribute when we conduct activity that requires her to classify a bunch of vegetable picture on flashcard according to its color. And she is also non-scholar by name and identify object by name when one of our team members asks her to say what color and type of vegetable is shown on the picture. We can see this is corresponding to Piagetian approach on the pre-operational stage when children begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. While they are getting better with language and thinking, they still tend to think about things in very concrete terms. Next is physical development. We have observed that ERA has been healthy. ERA grows rapidly at her age. She is able to use her motor skill to run without getting tired so easily throughout the activity. ERA more perfectly with coordination and balance when running and able to use eyes and hair to coordinate objects according to its type after we tell her what to do. This is related to Vygotsky theory that is called scaffolding, which that ERA receives help from others who know more until she can do on her own and no longer require assistance to do something. Last is psychosocial development. ERA has been able to separate with her parents more easily when her parents are working. It shows that she demonstrates positive attitude towards self and others. Unfortunately, she shows less confidence and respect to herself when she shows less percentage in perfecting skill and does not demand fairness. ERA managed to follow most rules when she managed some transactions without dispute. The most highlighted observation is when she is willing to share when she accepts alternatives by others during the game and taking toys from others after asking. We also can see that ERA takes responsibility when she uses material in appropriate ways, help to clean up and completed the activity as instructed very well. According to Erik Erikson's story, personality is developed in many stages. The psychosocial crisis someone experiences could have a positive or negative outcome for personality development, especially for a child.
Moving on to the adolescents.
Our group has chosen Our Times movie. This is one of the adolescent Taiwanese movies directed by Frankie Chan and Chen Yushan in 2015. This movie shows friendship, school, yachts, and the main highlight in the film, which portray a young romance or adolescent love between an ordinary and clumsy girl named Julie and the most popular student who is known as handsome troublemaker and gang leader in the school, Tayu, played as the main character in this film.
Based on Erikson's adolescent phase is when one trying to find where they can belong to and create a meaningful relationship with others. At this point, we identify a romantic relationship and action between Julie and Tayu. They have influenced each other characters. Besides, Julie finally have a good relationship with her peers that related to the identity development as adolescent after she met Tayu. For example, Julie, who is a female student with a simple appearance, finally changed her appearance after she met Tayu. Next, based on Erik Erikson's theory of identity, stated during the process of development of adolescent, unrealistic conception and the goal aspiration is higher than their perseverance is a common issue. For example, Julie also one of the biggest fans of the most popular singer in Taiwan, which is Andy Lau. She imagined herself as Andy Lau's girlfriend.
Julie Paris is an ordinary street parent who want the child to achieve a high grade in the test and also have good discipline reports. But for an adolescent, fatal life putting pressure on them will lead them to a negative identity and feeling unhappiness. Julie and her brother often fighting to each other. They are not each other. One day when Julie coming home from school, she meet a beautiful girl that sent on the magazine that she bought. And then she asked her how to be beautiful like her. And suddenly her brother interrupted the conversation, saying that Julie need to be reborn again to be beautiful. As an adolescent, having a healthy friendship is one of the most important way to increase our psychosocial and cognitive development. Julie and her two best friends, that called Small and Meme, trying to help Julie to get her crush. The character of Meme and Small is show that they are in stage 2 of covert theory, where everybody understand everyone has their own interests that develop one psychology.
Next, fidelity of virtue is one dimension of adolescent ego strengths that influence decision making. Truly, the main character in this movie reflects Erikson's view of the identity crisis faced by adolescents. She has developed the virtue of fidelity in the movie due to their characteristics that mirror the psychosocial and cognitive development of adolescents. Truly success at this stage where she realized that her heart belonged to Tayu. In conclusion, adolescence refers to the development period that occurs between childhood and adulthood. The physical, psychosocial, cognitive abilities, and social interaction change during this transitional period. This is a critical stage in a child's growth because he or she must learn the roles that they would play as an adult. They are becoming considered to their future options, such as careers, relationships, and families. In general, this stage may also re-examine their personality that attempt to determine who they are. According to Erikson, there would be two identities involved, sexual and occupational. Overall, the transformation from childhood to adulthood is crucial during adolescence.
Moving on to the last part, the middle adulthood.
Hi, in this section I will discuss about the last assessment for this course, which is a Life in Adulthood documentary. For this task, we had choose a woman at middle adulthood, which is Madam Jasmine Binti Husaini. Then we had few minutes of interview session to get her beliefs on the issue that commonly faced by adults. From that, we had analyzed development of adulthood, which are physical, cognitive, and psychosocial. In physical development, most middle-aged experience decline in energy levels. Physical change in terms of the sensitivity to taste and smell, touch and pain, strength and coordination, endurance and manual dexterity become decline. Appearance become less attractive, hair become thinner, gain weight, and also have lower bone density. Other than that, negative emotion often associated with poor physical and mental health of adults. According to the Harvard Health, stress will affect serious illness, for instance, hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, and others. Therefore, Madam Jasmine urged the adult need to stay active by exercise regularly and do some meditation. In cognitive development, most of middle-aged adults are satisfied with most areas in life such as social, financial, and health, regardless of the age. According to Erickson and Levinson, it is the peak in achievement, mastery, and control over self and environment because they have intrinsic motivation to work and have strong emotional attachment to work, as negative emotion like anger and fear was declined. They are more positive, assertive, expertise, and achievement-oriented. To be concluded, adults are better in integrating new and old information, logic with intuition, emotion, and conflicting ideas. In psychosocial development, social support from friends, spouse is factor that influence adult happiness. According to Erickson generosity versus stagnation theory, adults tend to guide the young generation, which is teaching, mentorship, and parenting. This activity demonstrates that adults move through life surrounded by social convoys, which is the circle of close friends and family members on whom they rely existed. In return, they offer care, support, and concern. Last but not least, adults also face U-shaped curve of marital satisfaction.
Overall, based on these three assignments, we realized that we should know the importance of identifying the stage of human development to assist us to a better understanding about how people grow and develop from children, adolescents, and adults. Besides that, we can also appreciate development and apply it in our daily life.
Thanks for watching.